Presentation by Tony Myers on Matty C. Full Sail University. New York native Matty C. was responsible for some of the greatest hip-hop artists in history seeing the limelight. Former Loud Records Senior VP of A&R and Source Magazine editor breathed hip-hop. Let us take a look at his background to see why he is held in such high regards, as well as some of the relationships he built throughout his career. Matty C. came from a journalistic background, working for Source Magazine in the 90s, who at the time was news editor for the Ear to the Street section in the magazine. His main focus was creating and running the famous column, Unsigned Hype, which featured some of the biggest rap icons of the 90s. Being a lover of hip-hop, Matty C. and friend Scott Free Jacobs discovered some of the top artists in history. By surrounding himself in the environment of discovering music, he found his way into the role of an A&R. Matty C. decided to make the progression to A&R working for Loud Records. His main decision was based off of Wu-Tang Clan signing under Loud Records with Steve Rifkin. Matty C. and Scott Free, who was also an A&R, were connected to the group, being that Scott grew up with RZA. Matty C. was an early advisor to RZA. He noted what Wu-Tang was doing at the time around New York and decided it was the right move for his career. Some relationships that Matty C. developed other than Scott Free was Steve Rifkin's owner of Loud Records. He also established a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs when he was an A&R. Matty C. introduced the notorious B.I.G. to Combs, who signed Big to Bad Boy Records. He was also connected to famous Harlem DJ Stretch Armstrong, who handed over a Mobb Deep record to Rifkin for him when they were ready to proceed with advancing their careers. Some of the famous artists that Matty C. mentioned in Source Magazine or had a hand in developing their careers as an A&R are Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, Big Pun, Notorious B.I.G., Common, DMX, DJ Shadow, Cellar Dwellers, and many more. Some notable recordings in his career are the Wu-Tang Clan's Protect Your Neck, which was the first independent 12-inch profile in Source Magazine. As you can tell, he fully believed in what Wu-Tang brought to the industry as a group and as a solo artist. He also helped with Wu-Tang member Raekwon's first solo album, Only Built for Cuban Links. Another note for the hip-hop heads, Matty C. consistently worked with Brooklyn hip-hop duo Dead Prez on their record, Let's Get Free, plus many others that were signed to Loud Records, such as legendary artist Big Pun. Matty C. was given a mixtape at a Daddy Kane birthday party from Jay-Z. First time he had recorded a piece of work since he was younger. The track titled Reach the Top had a sample on the record that wouldn't clear, and the chemistry with the label and everyone involved at the time was not balanced, so they made an ill decision to pass on signing one of the biggest icons the world has ever seen. Although Scott Free mentions it was one of the only times the label, Loud Records, had not listened and backed their choices, this was probably the biggest mistake of his career. It's all about chemistry, momentum, and timing. Attached is a video, an interview with Scott Free Jacobs and Matty C. on Wu-Tang Clan, Jay-Z, and Mobb Deep. Thank you for listening.